we start with the verse, in the very first verse in the book. Om Sarvadevananda Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I prostrate myself before Govinda, the teacher perfect, who is absorbed always in the highest state of bliss. His true nature cannot be known by the senses or the mind. It is revealed only through knowledge of the scriptures. So here, as the bookmark stands, we go to verse number 366 today. But just to say what was before, there is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. These are the three regular practice for Vedanta student. Shravana is what? Only hearing, no hearing. Hearing goes this way, goes out. It is listening. Listening means with attention, with rapt attention. So that is Shravana. And Manana. Manana, then what I have heard, it seems very beautiful, but is it true? To make a pros and cons of those discussion and thinking that it is right or wrong, internally analyzing into more details. So that is the Manana. And Nididhyasana is almost like dhyana, deeper contemplation, and conviction comes. Yes, Brahman alone is true and everything is changing, and there, because it changes, that's why it is not eternal. That conviction comes. So these are the three stages. So the verse number I find, the 364, it has been emphasized that Shrute Shatagunam, we have done that. Vidyan Mananam Mananadapi Nididhyasam Lakshagunam Anantam Nirvi Kalpakam. Shrute, we are hearing or listening as we are talking about. When we hear from the teacher or when we read the book of the Vedanta books, Shrute, that is Shruna. It is listening. It is Satagunam Vidyan Mananam. You know, Vidya means you know, you should know that it is 100 times more beneficial you can practice Manana. That is the problem. We all read Vedanta. We talk big, but we don't do any Manana. Manana means deeper analysis. Really, this world is unreal. Really, it is Brahman. I am misinterpreting it. Really, it is my projection of my mind that is giving me the idea of this duality, or it is true. If it is true, then what is the truth? So it should be deeply analyzed, and the mind will be clear on this point. Yes, though I see this world as it is, as I am seeing, but it is only a reflection of my mind. And my mind is, because it is not clear, that's why it gives a wrong representation or expression. It is the teaching of the mind which is misinterpreting the truth. Interpretation of the mind. What I see the world, it is my interpretation of my mind. But in reality, get out the interpretation, let the mind die, then what will remain? That which is the truth. So first, that's why more emphasis will be given, that even we don't get the chance to listen also. That's the question. Now those who have listened, it is Shankaracharya is emphasizing, it is 100 times beneficial if you can just sit in your own self and contemplate deeply. Really, is it so? Actually, I tell you the story of one Swami. He was in the Himalayas, in Rishikesh. Come in, sit here. So, he was in meditating, this reflection, how it goes. And it carries to the higher. So he has read whole life Vedanta. And when it didn't strike, we all read the Vedanta. Really we feel that when he thinks, is it true? No, it's a mental imagination. Is it? How possible? Should we hammer on this point? We cannot. So he was doing this Vedanta study, and really he got into this mental reflection, state of mental reflection. I can relate to that. It is 100 times beneficial, 100 times powerful than merely saying, I am not the body, not the mind, but just, really am I not the mind? Am I not the body? And when he was doing that, he became so mad. I am seeing this mountain, this rock, this trees, this plant, this human being, this. Is it unreal? Really it is unreal? Or it is a wrong interpretation of another way of wrongly interpreting the real world. So he got so mad, and this thought possessed him in such a way that he could not think of anything but this truth. Is it true? Is it not? Is it true? Is it not? And then one day passed, and the whole night he could not sleep. And the next morning he forgot his food. He forgot his eating or baking food in Himalayas. He forgot that. But he had no interest in that. And then every day looking at the sun, moon, stars and everything. Is it true? Is it true? That's manana. Deep reflection. And that took him almost like a restlessness went so far that he thought he will, after third day, he thought I will be crazy because he has forgotten 3 days sleep. And really it is intoxicating. Then that is the last day, of course. This manana led to nididhyasana. Nididhyasana is deeper contemplation, means Vedanta, it is Vedanta, actually there is no dhyana. Dhyana means what? What is the distinction between dhyana and nididhyasana? Your scholar Swami is coming. Ask him. Really? Yeah, he is a great scholar. I tell you, tell everyone to come to listen to his talk. Who have never heard, let him come. And really will gain benefit. He is just a scholar in Eastern or Western philosophy, psychology, and all these different facets of Vedanta. And he can Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, this, that, just it will flows through his mouth. Tattva-maya-ananda. So don't miss that when he comes. And see, so that conviction, it is deeper conviction than manana leading to nididhyasana. Nididhyasana means dhyana and nididhyasana different. Dhyana is what? You are one person. You are meditating on another object. No? This is called dhyana. The seer and the seen, here is the idea of Vedanta. What is the consciousness? What is not? It is not meditation. It is removing what is not. And that removal process continues and continues and continues. Everything is removed. Then what remains? That remains. It is no meditation. But technically it is meditation. We are very familiar with this word meditation. So, but remember, meditation and nididhyasana are two different approaches to the same truth. Here we meditate on Ramakrishna. Even you can meditate on Brahman. That's Brahman is like ocean. But it is you are meditating means you are some person. There is a subject, object. And this person is meditating on that truth. But Vedanta is not that. Nididhyasana, manana is also what? I cannot be this body. This cannot be, Brahman cannot be this table. It is limited. It can be destroyed. It is perishable. It has its birth. It has its death. 6 changes are there. And Atman, there is no change. It is born in time. It will die in time. Time. It's space holding some space. It is a causation. Somebody planned and some carpenter created this table. But Brahman is no one to create. Atman is nobody can create that. It is not bound by time. It is beyond time. When that concept of time was not there, there was that reality. And the time concept came. It is still now. And concept goes away. That's also, that truth remains. So that is called time, space and causation. Everything within the realm of duality, time, space, causation. But Brahman, analyze, and discard. Analyze and discard. Analyze and discard. Ramakrishna said, climb up the stairs. Not this, not this, not this. And then you reach. And the climax, when you see that Brahman, the absolute. You don't see, again, our language is so limited. We are so ingrained into the language of duality. What we say wrong. When we talk about Vedanta, we say wrong things and wrong interpretation. So be careful. It is not achieving something. That's why Vedanta students say dhyana for the lower category of student. Because it is not dhyana. Who will meditate on whom? You are that. You cannot meditate on yourself. You are the divine. Only it is misinterpretation. You are thinking this and I am little petty. I am bound by this. Bound by time, space, causation in your mind. Get out of the mind when you go to deep sleep. What happens? Where goes your anxieties? Where goes your gain, loss? All these troubles of life. Where does it go? It is non-existent. If the mind can go to sleep, it happens. Now you think the mind being constantly awakened and discarding all these things and mind also dissolved, then what will remain? The truth will remain. That is called Nididhyasana. And Nididhyasana, at that point, you are gone. You are gone, your Brahman is also gone. Who will say it is Brahman? Who will say it is Atman? At that point of time, nothing remains. So this Swami, at the point of 3 days, constantly thinking like that, I cannot be this. Then how come this is real? But I am touching it. Is it not real? He got intoxicated like a mad guy. And then at the end of the 3rd day, sudden flash of light came. And everything dissolved. And what remained, that remained. We are not talking about Ramakrishna. We are talking of another Swami like ours, and analyzed the Vedantic way and got the fruit, result of it. So this is the point. So this is that's why Anididhyasana, that's why it is Laksha Gunam Anantam. It is much more beneficial. Laksha Gunam Anantam means infinite amount of benefit it will bring if you can do Nididhyasana. So, and that, therefore what happens, we have read that, 365 also, Nirvikalpaka Samadhina Sputam Brahma Tattam Avagamati Dhruvam Nirvikalpaka Samadhina Sputam. And then Sputa, it becomes revealed or it manifests. What? Nirvikalpaka Samadhi. That Samadhi where there is no vikalpa. There is no change. There is no, I have not got to this page yet. I am just bringing the background of it. I should not go too much, then your study will not be completed today. But it is interesting to think in this way, no? What is Vedanta? We have to understand. And that real Vedanta is really, it will make you not to meditate. We say meditate on Ramakrishna, meditate on Krishna. It is, yes, that's a meditation path, yogic path. Vedanta path is only discard what is not then what will remain that will remain. And who discards, who cogitates your mind. So that's the way of purification of the mind. That's the Vedanta. It says, for God realization or knowing your divine self, you have not to do nothing. You have to do nothing. Because God is not that you will purchase it. It is already here now. At this point it is here. But it is not into our awareness, and that's why. What is the problem? Problem is you have it is juxtaposed. Satya anrite mithunikrite. Satya, the truth, and anrita, what is untruth. They have become mithunikrite, that they have made a pact. And that pact is such, what is truth, that is thought to be non-existent, and what is untrue, that appears, not appears, it is so true. Our everyday life depends on this, what we see and feel and taste and touch and smile. All these are in this life. This is so true. That is the Satya and Amrita got mixed up. Therefore it says, if you can do this nididhyasana by nirvikalpaka samadhina, by nirvikalpaka samadhi, sputam, when it happens, what will happen? Brahmatattva, brahmatattam avagamyate dhruvam. Know it for sure. The brahmatattva, the truth of Brahman, will be revealed. Avagamyate, experienced. Gammati means you reach. Avagammati, ava means from all corners. Total revelation will happen. Nannatha chalataya managati prattayanto bimisitam bhavit. Otherwise, other thoughts will come in the unstable mind which will get mixed up with them. A samadhi practice means, here they are using the word samadhi. But what is samadhi they are defining? What is the samadhi? Samadhi that you see, nirvikalpaka samadhina sputam. By nirvikal samadhi, your brahma tattva avagammati. Surely it will happen. Otherwise your mind will be engaged in these things of the name and form, as it is ours. What is our day-to-day life? Our life is only engaged, mind is engaged in this thought and that thought and that thought. That is our life. Thoughtless person is who? One idiot or one Brahmogyan? We are all intelligent people, we live in our thought world. But we are learned people because I live. We learned means we are fools because we live in the mind only. So, and mindless state is only for a baby who has not developed the mind, or a fool who has no concept of what is this diversity. We call the retarded children retarded in such a degree that does not recognize the differences. No? If I cannot recognize my nose and the ear, then am I not a fool in the world? If I cannot distinguish this table with a chair, is it not I am not a fool? But our knowledge means the secular knowledge of the world in which we live. You are an intelligent person. Means what? You are more fool, greatest fool in the world. Because you know this different, that different, this different, this different. He is mine, I like, I dislike, he is this, he is that. All that makes you intelligent people in the world. Who is called a great learned person, who have many degrees. Hey, why not you see Kunal in between? There is nobody to interrupt. Sit, pull the chair in such a way that yes, in the middle where you stand, pull your chair there. Bas. No one is here.
Yes,
no one will come here.
Oh, wow.
Well, this is such a bad thing. How many people should come here? So, this is the point. See, the knowledge is what? Yatra itara itarang pashyati, itara itarang srinoti, itara itarang jigrati. That is Dvaitam. that is duality, and we live in that duality. And we are recognized, oh, he has 2 master's degree. Means what? 2 different qualifications he can separate out. I cannot separate out. Now you see every branch of science, how many divisions, subdivisions. In our old days we studied physics, organic and inorganic, finish. And that also how much we know. A little bit of this and little bit of that. Now you go in each branch, how much? Biology, we need the biology. Now microbiology, this biology, that biology, how many? So many divisions, that is called knowledge. Gyan. Ramakrishna said, Bahu Gyan or Gyan. Knowing many things is Gyan. That means in the duality. And knowing only one, that one which pervades everywhere. There is all multiplicity, all divisions will collapse. So, otherwise, our thought, our mind will always get engaged in the unstable mind because it is not stable. It cannot stay in one thought. That's why even when you do meditation, it is a practice to hold the mind in one point and stay a few seconds. Even not few seconds. We cannot hold our mind for 5 seconds. I don't know how many of you can do that. If you can do 5 seconds of holding the mind one, then you did one day, one dharana, according to Raja Yoga. Baba, you are successful. That day you will say, oh my God, I got a great meditation. Nothing, it is only holding the mind. And 12 times that, as I always give the calculation, only 144 seconds if you can hold, then that day only you are capable of saying, I had a meditation, 1 unit of meditation you have done. Think about that. Whole life, 144 seconds at a time, holding the mind in God. If you have done, you have achieved dhyana for 1 day, at that moment. So it is nididhyasana, it will be actually holding this, dissolving everything. Everything comes out of the mind. What will remain, that remain. If that state comes, then that is equal to this nirvikalpaka samadhi they call. Otherwise, if you don't keep your mind in that, it will always get into one name or form, to another name and form, to another name and form. You cannot stop its movement and taking shape of diverse shapes. Now, let us go. Ataha, now, we are the 366 verse. Ata samadhatsya jatindriya san. Say, now, read together. Ata samadhatsya jatindriya san. Nirantaram shantamana pratichi Vidham shayadvantamanadya vidyaya Kritam sadekatva yoganena. Therefore, what you have to do? What should be our spiritual practice? Samadhatsa. Therefore, oh my child, oh Vedanta student, try to do this samadhi. Which samadhi? Nirvikalpa samadhi. No less. Don't make any lower target. Only one target. First you go to nirvikalpa samadhi, then you can do whatever you want. Therefore, ata samadhatsa. Therefore you attain samadhi. How? Jatindriyasya. It will not happen unless you have your mastery over your indriyas. Because indriyas are always bombarded with the information. Eyes are bringing information after information, ear is bringing information, nose is bringing information, tongue is bringing information, touch is bringing information, and we are bombarded with this information day and night. And as the information is coming, my mind is already getting boom, 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 boom. Like chitta vritti, no? And like Raja Yoga term, It's always getting one form or the other form, other form. Its mind never can be ripple free. So therefore, try to do that by controlling Jatendriya San. Many people think, I am Brahman. One lady was telling the other day, I intellectually understand I am Brahman, but what? I don't need to do anything. I said, wow. Then throw away these books. You have understood, I am Brahman. Intellectually I have understood. And then I need to do. And what about this book is saying? Samadhasya Jatendriya Sa. How to reach that point? You have to be careful that let my mind don't bring informations of the external and bombard on my mind one after another. Okay, niye oy ghare jao na, tale to hai. You can sit in the other room. Tale ওরও কষ্ট বেঁচে নিয়ে তুমি আবার এসো কেমন বলে যখন শেষ হয়ে যাবে তখন এসো না তাছাড়া ওখানে টিভি আছে তো ওই এতে আছে না ওই তো দৈবিক গেছে তো হ্যাঁ আর দৈবিক গেছে না ওখানে ওই তো আরেকজন সাথী হয়ে যাবে ওইখানে তুমিও দেখতে পারবে আর ও আনন্দ করতে পারবে চলে যাবে না ওকে নিরন্তরম and what to be done নিরন্তরম not সকালে বিকালে Swamiji said that ঠাকুর বললেন কি Sri Ramakrishna said that Swamiji was singing the song, let us sing day and night. And Thakur said, why are you telling lie? Says, let me meditate in morning and evening. 2 times, that's enough. But it is not. Spirituality will not fructify nirantarang. Every word has got deep significance. This is all sadhana. Nirantar means all the time. All the moment, whatever we are doing, let one part, Thakur said, like a toothache, that thought should be, underlying thought should be going on, playing in the undercurrent of thought. That what? That this is, whatever these senses are bringing me, these are only informations. And that is working in the mind. And I am Shantamana Pratichi. You have to be, your mind should be made perfectly peaceful. Because these are ripples. I don't want to engage myself in ripples anymore. I have done enough. Life after life I have done. Janama janamaham rupa niharalu nayana natirapita vela. I have read life after life. This eye camera. How many pictures this morning now it has taken? How many beautiful things you have seen today, yesterday, day before yesterday, the day I was born till today, and life before life, 84 crore, 840 million births. Eyes have seen so many things. But still mind says, oh, it's beautiful. Again it jumps. Nayana na tirapita vela. The eyes are not getting satisfied. You still wants to see. Now you want to Vedanta? Say, stop nonsense. I have seen enough. That it didn't give me joy. It didn't satisfy me. So I cannot hold on to that again and spend my useful life like this. But we'll have to live with it. It is not that you should have to do something drastic by taking a sword, cut your head. Not like that. But it is the constant awareness. This mind is like making me a monkey. And it is making me jump like anything. I don't want to be that. I should be the master of that. So this nirantarang shantamana pratichi. Therefore attain samadhi by controlling all the senses, remain always in peace by attaining samadhi. Then vidhangshaya. Dhangsha means? Dhangsha is a Hindi word, Bengali word, Sanskrit word. Destruction. Total destruction. Be dhvamsa. Visheshena dhvamsa. Dhvamsa means destruction. Be dhvamsa means total destruction. A Sanskrit word is such. We have to go to the depth. Then you will find what is the emphasis. Shankara is giving this emphasis. You should be merciless. Not only dhvamsa. Let there be no root to come out again. Vidhamsaya dhvantam anadi aviddaya. Anadi avidya. The avidya is ignorance. Anadi, why? We do not know when it started. Why it is not saying ananta? Well, no, it has an anta. When you attain the knowledge, this beginningless thing will finish. It has no beginning because I do not know when it started. I do not know when I got entrapped into this play. But it has an end. So we do not know that it is anadi. That anadi avidya, this ignorance, you should have to avidya dhantam, dhvamsa kore dao, burn it. What is translation? Attaining some, destroy the darkness that arises from the ignorance by the practice of how? Sadikatta vilokanena. Mayer kotha. Jodi dosh dekho, karo dosh dekho na ma, don't see fault with others. Jagat ki tumar por. Is this world your, not, what you call por means? Is not your own, stranger. Jagatke apnar kore nite sekho. Learn to make the whole world your own. Shankara says, Sadikatta vilokanena. They say exactly Sanskrit translation. Thakur's Holy Mother's word. Sada ekatta vilokan. Vilokan kara mane ki? Lokan, it is to see. Vilokan means specially to observe and see. What will you see? Sat ekatta. Sat, there is only existence. One existence is there. And that ekatta everywhere. Here the same, here the same, here the same, in the space the same, everywhere. Rocks and mountains and everywhere only one thing is there. Sada ekatta vilokanena. So you have to see something. So long Ramakrishna said, take another thorn to take out the thorn which has pricked in you. Avidya has entered, you take vidya. Vidya is sada ekatta vilokana. Trying to see God is everywhere. Satchidananda is everywhere. Ananda Rusharu or Sat. He is talking about Sat. Kathopanishad says Sadi Vasti iti eva upalabdhabha tattva bhavena chuvaya. Vasti iti eva upalabdhasya. When you realize it is all Vasti, is. Brahman is. Then tattva bhava prasidati. Spontaneously you will reach the second level of spirituality, which is called, you see, that it is tattva satchidananda. Start with easiness. Table is, the glass is, the cup is, the floor is, rocks are there, roof is there, sun is, asti. We live in that existence, no? Any thought we think, it is only the easiness, but easiness we added with name and form. We add some name, it's a table. Table is, the glass is, the mountain, rocks, trees, plants, is. Wipe out the left hand side. Name. Wipe out the names, which makes a difference. No? What makes a difference between John and Jacob? What makes a difference between a man and a woman? It is only name and form. So wipe out this name and form. Try to see the existence here. Who is there? We call it devotion. God is there in every heart. So two tasks has been given. Jatandriya sam Try to master your senses, meaning senses will see. But master is not to see the way it wants to show us. But you see that Shantamana, let the mind be pacified. With that type of mind you see the universe. And Vidhamsaya, with this practice, you totally destroy Dhantam Anadya Vidyaya, that ignorance which is beginningless, and we do not know when it will end, but you can destroy that by your analysis, Vidyaya, knowledge. Vidya, knowledge will destroy darkness, Vidya. Kirtan Sadekatta Vilokam. That practice is, so what is the practice then every day? From today, we have to do the practice. Book reading is no meaning unless you put it into practice. This one verse, take it. You need not have read the book anymore. Sadekatta Vilokanena. Take this word. From this moment think, it is, I am seeing the name and form, but it is Sat Brahma, Sat, 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 Sat. Asti, 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 Sat, Chit, Ananda. So think, it is first Asti, 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 Asti. And we have no concept of Nasti. Nasti is opposite of Asti. So that our mind is interpreting as Nasti. There is nothing but no Nasti is possible. Nasti ape, name and form is possible. But to understand that you need some Asti. Does it make sense? To understand Nasti, you need Asti. You say, I slept well, I do not know. It's an expression, Nasti. I do not know anything of it. So it is Nasti. But Nasti, to understand, there is somebody who says, I slept well, I do not know. So that I is necessary, Asti is necessary. So, see that Asti. Holy Mother's word, try to see and make the world your own. That means you see this one is there. Gita's word, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Siddhase Arjuna Tishtati. So think that it is who is driving in each one. Hriddhase, in the heart of core of the Ishvara is sitting over there. See? Wherever you go, the truth remains the same, expressed in different language. Okay, so practice then seeing oneness always and in everywhere. Next verse. Yogasya pratama dvaram nirodha parigraha nirashaya nirikhacha Nityam Ekantashilata. Now Shankara is coming to one step down in our level. He has told the top, see Brahman, there is nothing but one. Vidhamsa, destroy, let the darkness go, bring light, all those things. Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Now coming to our level. And we have to start. We chatter, whole day, talk. What we talk? We Trump and this and that. A very interesting topic. If I say Trump now and we start talking about that, whole night will go away. But if we talk about God, we'll all doze off. Actually it happened when I was a young brahmachari. So I used to go to one Swami, and after whole day's work, I was also tired. We had to work 12-13 hours that time. Now a little easy. But anyhow, so I went to him, and he is a Swami senior, Swami what? He is much more responsible in his life. He is holding on to high position and to manage so many things. But he is a spiritual person. So when I go, say after that, he starts talking about highly inspirational things, and by that time dozing like that. Then he said that, wow, very, very nice. Yeah, you just instigated me and took away my sleep, and you are now dozing. That is So what we should practice? Yogasya prathama dwaram. The very first door to yoga means union with your own divine self is bhang nirodha. Stop talking, chattering, nonsense talk. Bhagavat says that mouth which does not take the name of the Lord or speak of God, it is like frog, his cracking noise. Who likes? You are sleeping and frog is cracking in a Our talk is worthless. So if we record from morning, really, if nowadays phone is there, you can really put it on and see what you have spoken from morning till now. You see, all rubbish. How much was necessary? What is useful for anyone? How much was useful for me? How much it was useful for anyone? But we talk. So bhak, speech, nirodha. That's why maunam means, but people do not know. They do maunam. How? They will not mouth, but always talk more inside. and I have seen some Swamis in Himalayas, they are mauna. But they have no modern gadget, so they have a slate. And that slate we used to use in our childhood, that's cheap, so it's hang in his neck. And there is a chalk pencil. You ask anything, he start writing there. Baba, you spoke, it is much quicker. But you are writing all these long sentences to explain what you put some question and he will have to write that. But he does not speak. That is not bhak nirodha. Bhak nirodha means keep the bhak in holy name. You repeat the mantra. Say Aham Brahmasmi or your Ishta mantra. That is the bhak nirodha. And bhak is a power, energy. If it is utilized for proper purpose, bhak gains power. Swami Vivekachudamani also spoke. What is the power? Even if you read now, you get a thrill out of it. What is the power? We also speak. Why doesn't it not create such impact? Well, we go to several places, we are giving talks and things, but Vivekananda gives talk and speech. What is the difference? He knew what is bhak nirodha. So if you can control your speech that way and think of the noble thought, let your tongue repeat the greatest philosophy of life. I am that. Or your Ishta mantra. So bhak, the speech will gain its strength and that will impact people. And bhak nirodha and aparigraha. Aparigraha, you know, non-receiving gift. Or not non-receiving gift means expectation. This is Christmas. I sent that gift, but I didn't get a return. I wrote a letter, Durga Puja time, Vijaya Pranam, but they didn't respond. They don't care for responding. You wrote and you are crying again. Double problem. You have written the nice letter and saying, remembering you with love, respect, my pranam, etc., etc. And then you don't get, first you worked hard to send it, and then you don't get it back, and then you are crying, and nobody did. So double crying, why the need? So that's why bhak aparigraha. If anything comes, I adore it. If it does not come, I don't care. You do your duty. Aparigraha, non-receiving the gift. Saucha santosh, there is also point. And nirasha. And nirasha means asha hi paramam dukkham. Our life is like that. Why you do like that? Why you do like that? You do your thing, I do my thing. Why you said you have to do according to my wish? My expectation, we blame the whole world. But it is my expectation is my suffering. If you don't expect, then who can give you any pain? Right. Suppose you give up the expectation, you did for your son, you did for your daughter, you did for your child, you did for your husband, you did for your wife. You did finish, hands up. Then, if you don't expect, you are the king and queen. No one can disturb you. But little expectation, boom. Hey, I do so much. I give this and this, and they don't care for me. They don't remember me. Don't blame other people. It is your expectation is causing you the trouble. Nirasha. Nirasha, arekta ki what is? Niriha. The same thing, no? Non-receiving of the gift. This is the first step to yoga, the control of the speech, not talking too much. It is our explanation, that's why third bracket. Somebody who wrote, edited, he put it. Not talking too much is not the meaning of this control of the speech. No, it is who did it. For Turiyananda it was edited by one of our nuns. Yeah, and that is her explanation, her understanding. Then control of the mind. Practice non-receiving in the mind. Non-receiving. Someone will give me or not give me. If your mind have given up that thought, so you are free. But mentally we expect, no? Outside we are very gentle people. We will not say anything. If I find that man, I don't say, hey, I gave you the gift and you didn't give me back. We are not that rude. We are gentle people. But mentally we comment. See? He should have given this and he should have recognized it at least. How rude, how unkind. Okay, you suffer. So don't suffer. Niriha, practice non-receiving the mind, non-receiving in the mind. So in the mind everything is happening. Then give up all expectation, then all desires, and always be alone. Nityam ekanto silata. That's a practice. Very difficult to live alone. Live alone. Swami Pramodhananda used to say, some people used to say, Swami, you are alone here. In Toronto he came. And first the center is being built there. And really no one is there. So, but why I am alone? I am with 5 people here. Thakur, Ma, Swamiji, and Christ and Buddha. So 5 people. So I am never alone. So Nityam ekanto silata, and you are alone with God. Lonely and alone is different. I am lonely. Lonely means I need somebody's support. Alone means I am with my own self. I am very happy. That's your meditation time. Are you not happy in your meditation time? Then you are real alone. That time trying to be your own self. A Vedantic way of thinking, I am Atman, I am Brahman. That is your alone. Now, Ekanto sthiti, big sentence. Ekanto sthiti indriyai uporamo. This tune should be different. I forgot now. Let me see. Ekanta sthiti indriyoparamane hetur damaschetasa. You can say, hey, you can, what is the tune? Tell.
Shalini.
Maharaj, you said correctly only, Maharaj.
Okay. Then
Ekanta sthirindriyopamene
Ramani hetur damaschetasa Shakrodhe karanam shamena vilayam jayadam vasana Tinananda shanubhuti rachara brahmi sadayogina tasmat chitta nirodhaneva satatam karya prayatno mune. So, satatam eva satatam karya prayatno mune. Mune means muni. Muni means manana shila. That means we people who want to be a manana shila. We are talking about Sravana Manana. So we are hearing or listening, that part we have reading the book, listening to this is okay. But next part is very important, manana. So in manana sila, the satatan karja, this action should be done by him. What? Tatsma chitta nirodha eva. How to stop the rambling of the mind, chitta nirodha. The ripples of the mind can be stopped. Ekanta sthiti. Ekanta sthiti means remaining in your ekanto, in your own aloneness. Indriyo uparamane, when your indriyas, senses, are not running in direction. It is uparata. Uparata means have settled down. When indriyo, all the senses, are not disturbing you, every sense is bringing the same news. My eye is falling on something, bringing the news that there is Brahman or Sat. Ears are bringing your news of the presence of the divine. No? All sound is Om, it will come. It's a practice. All the senses, this touch, it is the touch of the divine. God, Chandogya Upanishad gives this idea, no? The sounds scorching, touching your body, you get the touch of the divine, as the Brahman touching you, or God touching you. No? So all the senses, it brings the information to us. But let it bring a different information. And that is this Indriyo Paramane, when the Indriyo will be Uparata. That means it will not be distracting our mind. Hetur Damas Chetasa. Hetu, that is the cause of having Dhamma. Dhamma means self-control. Samascha. And Samascha Sangarode. Sama and Dhamma, if it is practiced, then Karanam Shamena Vilayam Jayat Aham Vasha. One will lead us to the another level. Mind to control of the intellect to control of the ego. This will be and that will control of the vasana, the desire. So, to stay alone is the cause of controlling the senses and the mind. We do other way. We try to. That's also yogic path. But Vedanta path is different. Vedanta path is saying you keep your eyes open, analyze, remain alone in God consciousness. Let your all senses, you see the thing, but you think I am seeing what? It is the same Satchidananda. Let it awaken your consciousness, prick you, and bring one message. Then you are only one, ekanto. So ekanto, if one staying alone means this deep meaning, it is the cause, it will control the senses and the mind. And by controlling the senses, if we can control the senses, means not to shut your eyes or ears, but to see oneness there, you control your thought. Naturally, thought is taking to diverse names and forms. Diverse names and forms will go, so your attention will go, only the ripples of the thought will go away. Control of the thought will come, and by the become thought control, that makes you peaceful. So by doing this, you can control your thought, and if you control bring your mind to peace, then that will be your ego. Ego will be then conquered. Ego will be vanished. And by the destruction, when the ego will be destroyed, then what will happen? Ego gone, then what will happen? Ami mole guchibe janjal. Ramakrishna sang the song. Ami mole, if I die, my ego dies, then all the rubbish goes away. Ego is the last barrier for God realization. Last ego. Swami Vivekachudamani said that even the greatest people get stuck into that ego. Name, power, position. That's the last barrier. So that when you conquer this, then ego will be also then vanish. And when ego vanishes, then you remain one with what you are. It is like I give the example, a drop of water falling down and coming to the ocean. And when it touches the ocean, what happens? Last identity of the water drop, when it merges, it loses its ego. Then losing ego means what it becomes? It becomes ocean, no? Suppose all the rivers in India, they are ultimately merging into the ocean, no? Suppose the Ganga river, no? Ganga, when it merges in the Bay of Bengal, then after that, when the water rushing through the Ganga on the both banks, which was limited in both the banks, the water flowing, or say Mississippi, it is flowing, that the water, when it merges into the ocean, asks the ocean, water, hey, what is your name? Before, when it has been separate from the ocean, it can say, my name is Mississippi. But that Mississippi, that water, when it merges into the ocean, ask him, what is your name? He cannot say anything. If at all, he can say, I am ocean. So this little I, we live in this petty I. If that we can transcend, then that petty I will be big I. Kachami, pakami. রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুর কি বলেছেন? ছোট আমি বড় আমি, small I, big I. So this is the. So, and then by doing this, the ego will vanish, and by destruction of this ego, what will happen? Changeless blissfulness is felt by the yogi, which belongs to the Brahman alone. All the joy of Brahman or Atman, you will feel that you are that same. I am the ocean, I am Satchidananda. That no separation. Therefore, this means the control of the mind constantly should be the first duty of a practitioner of concentration. So, emphasizing, don't talk, useless talk. Rather, you keep your mind engaged. That's why it's called, Holy Mother said, japa, 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 japa. Meaning what? It tells, don't talk. Not outside talk, not internal talk. Stop all talk. Let it go on only the repetition of the mantra, Guru mantra. So, now let us go to 369. Vacham nijachatmani tvam nijachat. Vacham nijachatmani tvam nijachat. Buddham yachat buddhishakshini. Tvam chati purnatmani nirvikalpe. Vilatya shantim paramam bhajasva. Repeating the same idea, he saying Vacham, the speech, Nijacha Atmani. Take this speech back to its origin. That is the Atman. First join word with the mind. You can Atman, not the final Atman. This is the mind. That's why first meaning will be mind. Vacham Nijacha Atmani. So your speech should go back to the mind. Because from mind's expression is speech, isn't it? What you think, you express that in words, isn't it? So what is the expression? The expression you have to bring back to the mind. First, vacham nijachatmani. And that mind, nijacha, tam nijacha. Tam means that mind, you nijacha, take it. Buddha, who is standing behind the mind. 5 sheets. Vedanta, 5 sheets. Annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya. So when you, the vacha is the pranamaya. Vacha, physical body is this. But vacha, when I am speaking, this is the energy. That prana, then nijacha into mind. Then mind bring back to buddhi. Buddha, dhyam jacha. So buddhi saksini. Now buddhi, bring back. Who is behind the buddhi? Yes, he is ignoring the ego. But you can think of the ego. Buddhi and ego are packed together in this. Sometimes they say in a way that you intelligent students, you will understand. Buddhi does not mean the only intelligence, but your ego also. So this buddhi, bring it back to your Shakti. Witness consciousness. I. I saw, I did. In the morning till now, I had a breakfast, I had a lunch, I went to office, I did this in the... So someone is in you, is observing all these things, then your memory is possible. So tam yapi purnatmani. Now, shakshi. Shakshi means, when you use the word shakshi means witness. Witness means what? There's some object is there, subject is there. Otherwise, who will witness whom? Witness to, there is duality still there. You are observing, there is something to observe. Now, this duality should collapse. So bring it back. Suddha Atma. That's why the last stage. Purna Atmani Nirvikarpi. Then that bring back that ego into the Atman, which is the absolute pure. Bilapya, and doing this, absorbing this totally, Shanting Paramam Bhajasva. You will attain to the absolute peace. You're going?
I'll pick up my son.
Oh, wow. Why not eat? Go. Take a plate.
Where?
Go to Susmita.
Another house, they have food.
Susmita. Yeah. This is very beautiful. First join word with the mind. Everything seen is word, names. So why does he got all this harmony? Then mind with the intellect with ego with the witness, and that witness with Brahman, who is the soul of all. And by joining that, enjoy the eternal bliss. It's very simple. Formula is simple, but practice is whole life's practice. Huh?
So,
yes?
So Turiyanandaji is including ego in the process, though literally ego is not there, but like you were saying,
ego is understood.
Yeah, ego is
like sometimes you say Trividya Mam Shomapa in the Gita. Trividya means all the four, but it is mentioned three Vidyas. Anyhow, so this is just like how to withdraw. Your eyes will be looking, vacham, speech will be there, but you have to think. Origin of the speech is where? In your mind. You thought something that you are speaking. Thought came from what? Your intelligence want to express something. Who behind the intelligence? Your ego. Ego wants to express something. So you see, step by step, pull it back. It is like Panchakosha Vichar. If you want to think in another line, you go to the realm deeper and deeper and deeper till you reach the Atman. And when you merge there, then you will have eternal peace, Shanti. Now 370. Deho pranendriyo mano buddhi buddhyadi upadhi. No, we can break it. Deho pranendriyo mano buddhyadi upadhi jair vritte samayuga tattad bhavo asayogina. Deha, prana, indriya, mano, buddhi. That we have talked about. 5. Annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, vijnanamaya. Deho, prana, indriya, mano, buddhi, adi. These are upadhi. These are all upadhis. Upadhis means, what is the English translation? Limiting adjunct. These are called limiting adjunct. Why? Adjunct professor means what? What does it mean? Professor, adjunct professor. What is the difference?
Temporary.
Kunal, tell us.
who is attached but is not really in it.
Asha. See, can you apply it here? He says, limiting adjunct. It is limiting adjunct. It looks like a professor, like Brahman, but it is limited. It limits everything. Limiting adjunct. I try to understand when the English translation given like that. That's why I'm trying to understand actually what is meant in adjunct professor means. Adjunct professor means he's a professor, temporary, naki? What did
yes,
he
say?
Substituting.
He's given some responsibilities, and that's all there is. She's not an integral part of the whole. She has a piece of it which she has to do.
So limiting adjunct. See, Brahman is there. When you say, I am the body, you are limiting that Brahman. The mind is cosmic mind. Your mind, my mind, in the ocean of mind, our mind is one ripple. But you say, my mind, I got emotionally upset. You said like that, my mind. And your mind says, no, I don't mean it. So your mind, my mind. So it is limiting. Understanding, I understand this way. No, I understand that way. So these are all limiting. So limiting adjunct. So deho, prano, indriya, mano, buddhi, etc. are upadhivi. These are upadhis, limiting adjuncts. Yoi roir vritte shama yoga. When it is connected with, united with the vrittis. Body vritti, I feel I am the body. You forget your body. When emotionally you are jumping and howling. You don't know what your body is doing, but you are connected with the mind. You are on intellectual level, you are connected. Your physical body is there, but you are not aware of this. You are more on the intellectual level. That type of vritti, where you are connected with them. Vitte shama yoga, united, tat bhavo asya yogina. They become of that. Yogis become like that. What is the running translation? This yogi, when he joins himself with the body, prana, senses, mind, intellect, and all other upadhis, he becomes one with them. Tonni vritya mune shamba sarvo paramadam sukham samdrishyate sadananda rasanubhava viplava. Oh my God, viplava. Viplava means what? Viplava means revolution. It will bring a revolution. What revolution? Sadananda rasa anubhuti viplava. A revolution. We are living in the state of utter poverty, utter poor, suffering personality. It will create a revolution, and you will enjoy Sada Ananda Rasa, the sweetness, the nectar of that joy which is never ending. It's always that. See the situation, what a transformation will happen if you can withdraw, and go to that self within. Then what will happen to you? Then a revolution will come in your life. That's Ramakrishna. This Upanishad says, no? This Vivekachudamani. What a miracle! I was seeing this beautiful universe with name and form, and just this moment it was there, now all vanished, and I am established in my divine joy, unending joy. So that type of extreme joy, how can I reach in that level? No? So this is the point. There is revolution will come in life. What revolution? That revolution of establishing ourselves. We'll know that I am that eternal, unending, absolute joy. And now what I know? I am a poor guy. I may be rich, monetarily, intellectually, but I am suffering, lacking in peace and joy. No? We are all poor beggars in the world. But that will make you the richest person in the world. Ananda Rasa Viplava. Meditate on that. What will happen? Thakur said, every pore of your body will be thrilled with joy, unspeakable joy, bursting joy. bubbling joy. Whatever language you can use, whatever you like, for which we are all craving a little bit of that. We are like Deo Pibre, like that ant who gets one grain of sugar, I'm happy, and go home. Because we are little alpo loiya thaki. Therefore I am happy with the alpo. And the alpo jodi jay to ami khadi. If it goes away, then I cry. But no, you will have that rasa viplava. Revolution will come in your life. You will feel that joy is there, percolating through your every pore of your body. Everywhere you find the joy. It is in and it is out and everywhere. Ananda dhara boiche bhuvane. That ananda dhara will be felt. So tannibhitya, and by removing that means that contact, sarva uparamanam sukham. You will enjoy the sukha, happiness of sarva uparamana, withdrawing from all these different things. There is a joy in uparamana, withdrawing. We find joy is there in singing and dancing. That gives one joy. And you can just withdraw from that and be in yourself. That's it. Singing and dancing is outside. It needs outside agency, outside environment. But if you are master, withdraw yourself and pull it here. Joy is yours, your own freedom. You don't care for anybody. You need not have to depend on anybody. All the joys in the world are dependent. Now eating depends on a good cooking. I'll feel very good if I find a beautiful fragrant incense, no? Or perfume. I'll be very happy if I get something to see, something beautiful. But you don't need anything. You go back to your independence. Then your joy is your joy. So, eternal, that blissful eternal, he enjoys this eternal blissfulness which comes from giving up things. This is the conclusion, that you don't lose anything. By giving up the things means the outer form and shape of the thing, but you accept it in what it looks like. It's like animal cookies. You give up the identity with the name and form. It is horse, it is ass, it is dog, it is cat. I like dog. No, you like all the same one material which is everywhere. Whether it is in the form of dog or a cat or snake or whatever, but it is all the same sweetness everywhere. So, that is called Vedanta. Very easy to say, but not so difficult, but difficult. But to remind ourselves all the time. If we remind ourselves this, then it will be easy. But it is easy, it is not easy because people don't want to hear about that. If you have organized some music concert, how many people would have come? This is free. And if you have a music concert free, then suppose, think, people will rush there. And wherever my duty, today is this duty, I am busy, all busyness will go. But this is very busy, no time. I have to do this so much, all relative. Very pay attention. What we want, that we do. Anyhow, thank you. It is good to see you all. Wonderful. At least after
1 year.
Huh?
1 year.
I came after 1 year. That's good.
It's not good.
Too much coming is not necessary.
Come on, Maharaj. This is your ashrama.
Who is it? Thakur's ashrama.
I know. Okay. So you are the in charge.
I am nobody. So many sadhus are coming. It's a good